Hello people, my name is Ferdy and in this tutorial I will talk about a plugin, a WordPress plugin that can do more than 20 other WordPress plugins combined. Let me show you a few things that this plugin can do. You can change the order of the menu items in your dashboard, change the login URL of your website, duplicate content, replace your current media, change the default order of your pages, clean up your dashboard and the top bar, hide notifications from plugins, and so much more. In the description of this video I have timestamps, so if you want to go to a certain part in the tutorial, you can click on one of those timestamps and you go directly to that part of the tutorial. When I go to fast for you, you can go to the settings here at YouTube, playback speed, slow down the speed of this tutorial. And if you want to go back a few seconds in the video, just hit the left arrow on your keyboard and you'll go back 5 seconds in the video. In this tutorial, we'll talk about the free version. There's also a pro version, but we're gonna talk about all the configurations for the free version. So let's get started. If you want to download this tool, then go to ferdycorp.com/ASE. That stands for Admin and Site Enhancements. Hit enter. Most of the features are free. There are a few pro features, but in this tutorial, we're gonna mainly talk about the free features. And now you can go to your website. I close this and then I go to plugins, add new. And over here, I search for admin and site enhancements. But if you only fill in admin and, that's also sufficient. And then you see admin and site enhancements. A lot of installations, but I'm sure when you watch this, there are more installations. Updated 6 days ago. I wouldn't be surprised if this is 100,000 at this moment when you're watching this. This plugin is so amazing. I click on install now. I'm not sponsored, by the way. I just like to share about the best WordPress tools. And I think this is one of them. I click on activate and now we can go to plugins and then configure it over here, or we go to tools, enhancements. So there are a lot of options over here. And before you think if I turn on all these options, won't that slow down my website like crazy? Well, if we go to wp-hive.com and I click on get started and I search for, let me allow this, I search for admin and there it is. Then we can see the overall rating, the WordPress rating. And then over here, I see what it does to the speed of the website. It says a minimal impact on page speed. If I scroll down a bit further, you see over here, memory usage. Average memory usage is 28 kilobytes. That is less than 99% of the plugins, and the average page load speeding time is increased by 0.07 seconds, which is also faster than 99% of the plugins. So that's great. Now we can go through all these options and I will go through them one by one. So over here, if I go to the posts, if I hover over it, I can view it, bring it to the trash, quick edit and edit. If I turn this on, you need to save it every time you change something. And I refresh the page. Now I can duplicate it. Really handy. Automatically, you say duplicate over here. Then the content order, look at this. If I go to the pages, right now there's the about, blog, branding. Maybe I want to change the look and feel. Of course, I can go to the date and to the title, put it on alphabetical order. That's already the case. I want to order this because I prefer to edit the homepage more often than other pages that will be here. In order to do that, just turn this on and use it for the pages, save the changes. And now if I refresh the page, look at this, I can order them. So I want to bring the homepage here on top. And for instance, marketing also, and web design. Okay, automatically it will be saved. So if I go to all pages, on top you see home. Of course, I can still go to the title, bring it to alphabetic order. But if I go to all pages, by default, the homepage will be on top. Media replacements. This is amazing. I save it because it can be that I have a logo over here. If I scroll down, it looks like that. Now, if I want to replace this, I need to go to the backend, to media. I need to upload a new logo and then go to the customizer and replace that logo. But what I can do now, since I turned this option on over here, I can go to this SVG file. I click on edit more details here. And now here below, look at this, replace media. So I can select a new media file. For instance, this green version, open it. And now it's not logo white number 2. No, it replaced the one I had before. Update. And now if I go to the website, I refresh it. In a few minutes, I will see my new logo over here with the green colors. So that will save me some time. Really handy. SVG upload. In SVG, there are numbers, and in those numbers you can place viruses. So maybe if you have some people working for you or people are working on your website, you can say that only the administrator, only you can upload SVG files so that no author or subscriber can mess around with SVG codes. External permalinks. If you turn this on, it will be better for security and SEO benefits. And over here, I can expand this and say, I want this to have the pages. If I save it, I go to the pages, homepage. I scroll down over here, I can have external permalinks. And then we'll go back to tools, enhance. I scroll down, it says open all external links in a new tab. I prefer not to do that. If you want to do that, you can do that. And over here, allow custom navigation menu items to open in the new tab. So I turn this on, save it. Now I go to appearance, menus. Then I go to the main menu over here. I go to custom links. I say https elementor.com, Elementor, add it to the menu. And now we have a new function over here, or a new option. When I click over here, open link in a new tab. Save it. That's not possible for other links, but now it is. I click over here and I go to Elementor and it opens in a new tab. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. What else? Auto publish post with missed schedule. So it says trigger publishing of scheduled posts of any types marked with missed schedule anytime the site is visited. To be honest, I never fully understood what this meant. So if you are working with scheduled posts, then you can check this out for yourself. Okay, let's go to the next step. Admin interface. Clean up the admin bar. That sounds good. Remove various elements from their admin bar. So if I am here on my website, I see customize, I see comments, I can add something new, edit page, edit with Elementor, do something with site cache. I see this area over here and this icon. So I can clean it up. I like to clean things up. So I don't want to have the WordPress logo over here. I don't need to have the customized area. So let's remove everything. And we can also remove the howdy. In the beginning, 10 years ago, it was fun. Now it's not fun anymore. So bam. You cannot remove things from other plugins. You can do that, but then you need the pro version. In the free version, you can only remove things from inside of WordPress. That's why 2 plugins, this one and this one, cannot be hidden. Over here, I also do not see that WordPress logo anymore. So I like that. Hide admin notices. If I go to my dashboard, look at this. I can give this a 5-star review. I would, but I just want to show you how to get rid of these messages. So I go back to Tools, Enhancements, the second tab, Hide admin notices, save. And now if I go to the dashboard, bam. Sometimes there are free plugins with so many different promotion things like get the pro version, and then you get rid of it and you go to a new page and it's there again. So this is great to get rid of that. You still can find those messages. You need to refresh your page and then over here, you'll see all those messages, but they're not in your way on every page in the dashboard anymore. Let's go back to enhancements. Disable dashboard widgets. If you go to the backend, you see all those widgets. You can collapse them. You can even go to the screen options and hide them. That's what I normally do. But what you can also do, you can go over here, disable them, and then you cannot even bring them back. So you hide them even more. So if I go to the screen options, you don't see them anymore. So if you want to double hide them, then you can do that over there. Hide the admin bar on the front end for all user or some user roles. So I can say for the administrator, I want to hide the menu bar. So now if I go to the website, it's gone. I prefer to have it. So I check this off. wider admin menu. Right now it's 180 pixels. I can also turn it to something bigger. Let's say 260. See that? More space. Can be handy when you have a big screen. It looks like this. I don't need it, so I bring it back. But hey, it's an option. Admin menu organize. This area can be reorganized. This is so cool. Normally you need another plugin for that. This plugin can do that for you. So I turn this on, expand. Look at this. I think pages should be above posts. And I want to make use of the appearance on top, for instance. Save it. Look at this. Dashboard, appearances, pages, post, media. So you can adjust everything. And what you can do, you can hide things and then need to click over here in order to show them. So let's see. I can hide comments, spectra, Elementor, templates, users, tools. So if I save it, I go to the dashboard, look at this. This is now so much less information. And then I click over here and then you see them all. So if you're only working with certain areas, then this can be really handy. What I also can do, enhancements, I scroll down and here at the admin menu organizer, I can rename things. So over here it says templates from Elementor. I can also say page builder. So I save it and now it's called page builder. For the sake of the tutorial, I will turn it off and then enhance list tables. If I turn this on, look at this. If I go to the posts, for instance, right now I see the title, the author, categories, tags, etc. I can say show the featured image column, show the excerpt column, show the ID. I can also remove certain columns. So now if I refresh this, it looks different. I see a featured image if there was one, an excerpt. So you can change the information that's shown over here by enhancing the list tables. Then we go to the third tab. Change the login URL. Normally you can add a separate plugin for this, but now you have this one, which includes changing the login URL. This can be handy because there are a lot of bots that want to log in automatically to your website and they try a lot of things. And if you change this to something like this, it becomes harder for them to find your login page. So if I save it and I go in an incognito window to wearewebdesign.com/wp admin, oops, that page can't be found. But if I go to this link, then I can log in. How cool is that? Makes your website safer. I think that's what we want. What I don't want actually is to see this logo. I want to show my own logo. In order to do that, I turn this on, I save it. And now if I refresh this page, we see this instead of WordPress. I think that's better. Login and logout menu. Enable the login and logout dynamically. So look at this. I save this. Then over here, I go to appearance menus. And here below, I see login and logout. I can add it to the menu, save the menu. And if I take a look over here, since I'm logged in, I can log out. And when I go to the website and I'm logged out, I can log in. And then automatically it goes to the right URL. Great option. The last login column, if you turn this on, I save it. I can go to users and then I see when everybody's last login was. Tools, enhancements, redirect after login. So when people log in, you can redirect them to a certain page with a video saying, hey, welcome to the backend of my website. Good luck. Write a lot of blog posts for me and make sure that you keep me happy. Otherwise, I can be really tough. Something like that. You can surprise them with a video or just to a certain page with instructions or whatever you want. When they log out, you can send them to a page with a video that's saying, hey, did you really finish your work on my website? Or you just redirect them to any page you have in mind. Let's go to the fourth tab, custom code. Well, with a lot of themes, there is no custom CSS. Here's custom admin CSS for the backend of your website to change things in the backend. But there's also custom front-end CSS. And that's really handy if you don't have that included on your theme. I know the Blocksy theme that I use right now has that functionality, but a lot of free themes let you upgrade to the pro version of their theme before you can have custom front-end CSS. With this free plugin, that's not necessary anymore because you can add custom CSS over here. Insert head, body, and footer code. So if you use Google Analytics, you don't need a separate plugin for that anymore. So you can have any code over here before the ending of the head. You can have custom code in the body area and in the footer section before the body area. You can also have custom body classes. If you turn it on, you can have that for pages, for instance. Save it. Then you can go to any page. Let's go to the home page. And then below, you can have custom body class. So you can say cool style. And then within the page builder, you can use cool style as a class. You can manage your Ads.txt and app Ads.txt over here by turning this on. You can manage your Robot.txt by turning this on, adjust it. You can disable components. You can disable Gutenberg. So I use Gutenberg for my blog posts. Actually, it's called the WordPress blog editor. So if I have a post, I click over here. I made it with the Gutenberg editor. But what I can do, I can disable this for my pages. So I did not save this yet. If I go to pages, let me add a new page. This is the Gutenberg editor. If I don't want that for the pages, I can disable it. I save it. Then I create a new page again. Now it's the old editor. So in that way, you can turn it on or off for certain types of pages or posts. Disable block-based widgets. This is when you use a new theme. For instance, the 2024 theme, it does not have all these options like customize, widgets, etc. If you want to and you use a new block-based theme and you turn this on, you still have those options. Disable comments. Maybe you have a certain post type that should not have comments, like media or landing pages or templates. Well, then you can turn comments, disable comments. Sometimes there are bots that seem to know how to add comments to post types that should not have comments. So that is how you can disable that. Disable REST API for people that should not be able to see all this information. Disable feeds. If you don't want people to have your blog post in their feeds, maybe your website is totally not optimized for feeds, you can disable this. You can also disable all updates. If you have an agency and you make a lot of websites for companies and you want to do all the updating yourself, you can click over here and nothing will be updated without you doing the updates manually. And disable smaller components. So if you turn it on, you can see what you can disable over here and it will make your website a bit smaller. It's up to you if you do that. I prefer to not do that and let the cache plugin do the things it should do to make it faster, but it's up to you. I save the changes. Then I go to security, limit login attempts. If people somehow still find your login page, you can say, you know what, you can only one option or one attempt to log in. And if they fail twice, they will be logged out for 24 hours. If they fail once, they will be logged out for 15 minutes. If I log in, I always have my saved password. So normally I should be able to log in at once. So let's say 3. Okay, 3 is not a bad option. And then you see over here who's trying to log into your website. This is a beautiful word, obfuscate author Slugs. So when I go to my website, 30 Corpus Hook, I Google it, I see the author page. And I don't want to see people my author pages because then they can also see my username and that's already 50% of the information that they need in order to log into my website. So I prefer not to have those so they will not be seen on the internet. You can also do the same with email addresses for bots. So that's what I prefer. And then there's disable XML-RPC. If you turn this on, which is normally the case, it can make your website a bit more vulnerable to DOS and DDoS attacks. If you turn this off, we can protect our website from brute force DOS and DDoS attacks. Optimizations. If I upload an image, I go to media and I go for a really big file over here at downloads, Amsterdam, 21 megabyte as far as I know. It's an image that's really big, also in terms of resolution. So this image has a width of 6,000 pixels, but when I upload it by default, WordPress is making it smaller already, but you can also adjust it. So I can say the maximum width should be 920 pixels. So if I save this and I upload it again, this time the maximum width or the width of this image will be 9020. So that way you can auto resize your images. Revision controls. If I go to my homepage, what I see, I have 171 revisions with a lot of code over here. Every revision has a lot of code like this, and it's filling up your database like crazy, especially when you have 171 revisions. So I'll bring them back to only 10 for all the pages, for the posts, for everything. So my database will not be filled with codes that I probably will not use anymore. Then there's heartbeat control. What does it mean? Every minute and every 15 seconds and every minute, some things will be updated, towards the world. So when I update a blog post, or you know what, I go to the blog page, it says December 80, 23. If I would say last updated on which date, then it takes a maximum of 60 seconds before that will be placed over here because of the heartbeat over here. If you want to make your website a bit faster, you can modify it to every 10 minutes. Also this, make it the maximum over here. I would not disable it, but if you, the slower you make it over here, the faster your website will stay. The only thing is it will take a little bit longer before people will see that your blog post is updated. However, make sure that everything is still working on your website. I go to utilities, the latest one, email delivery. If you are sending out emails, you can also send them out through one of your email accounts using SMTP. So you can fill in your information over here, and then your email provider will take over the messages that will be sent, the emails, throughout WordPress to the people that you receive it. Okay, right now if I create a new user, add a new user role, I can make it one of those. But I also can say, hey, you can have more than one role at the same time. So if I refresh this page, look at this. I can make someone an editor and an author and a subscriber. That can be handy when you're selling a course. And in some other cases, it can be handy if you don't have any idea for what it should be handy in your case. You can simply check it off. View the website as any role. So I turn it on. I save the changes. Now I can go to any page. I can view it as an editor, an author, a contributor, or a subscriber. I go back to tools, enhancements, the latest one, we're almost there. Password protection. So I can make this whole website disappear unless people know, somebody knows this password. I can also have maintenance mode. It's not the best looking one, but yeah, you can use this one. And then when people want to go to your website, it says, we'll be back soon. The site is going to undergo maintenance for today. Thanks for your patience. Redirect 404 pages to the homepage. So if some pages are not found, they can go to a 404 page, or you turn this on and they will automatically be redirected to the homepage. Then there's the display system summary. If you turn this on, save the changes. I also need to go back to the admin interface. Let me see. At a glance, I turn it off because I want to check that. Also here, oh, it's already there, because then it shows some extra information that can be handy for you. If you turn it off, it will not be shown anymore. So there you have it. That's what you can do if you go to ferdycorp.com/ASE, hit enter, and you go to features, to the Pro modules. You see what else is possible. Custom content types. Well, this is also possible with ACF, which is free. Content order, that's freemium. So this is already free, but with ASE Pro, enable toggling taxonomy terms and excerpts on the ordering page. So you have more ways to order things. Media categories, you can add categories to the media. With the media replacement, which is freemium, it's already free, but with the ASE Pro, it allows replacing media from the grid instead of first clicking over here and then replacing it. You can have AVIF upload, which is a video format, which is lighter. You can clean up the admin bar even more. Here you can have external plugins that can be removed from Elementor or from caching plugins or other plugins. You can hide the admin bar, and with ASE Pro you can also hide the admin bar from the backend for some user roles. The admin menu organizer over here, with ASE Pro it enables always hiding menu items for some users, depending on which role they have. And then there's the admin column manager that will enable you to manage and organize columns in the admin listing for pages, posts, and custom post types. With ASE Pro, you can also make this compatible, the changed log URL. This is already free, but with ASE Pro, it will make your website compatible when people buy something through WooCommerce. There's the code snippet manager that will help you to get rid of certain plugins by just adding a small snippet of code. And there are more options with the limit login attempts. The email address, that's free, but with the Pro version, you can do this. Just go to the website, you can check it out for yourself. And of course, more things will be added. I think it's amazing what they have in the free version. So we're coming to an end of this tutorial. We're not coming to an end, we're already at the end. I hope this plugin is beneficial for you. You can check out the Pro version. I will make a tutorial about it in the future. I don't know when, I don't know why, I don't know what I'm talking about right now, but I'm excited because I'm happy that I'm about to edit this video. I like editing. I hired a few editors, but I'm like, no, I want to edit the videos myself because I like it. I like it a lot. It was such a good tutorial. Now I ended with this, but this is who I am. By the way, this can be the latest tutorial with that thing in the background because it will be replaced with a golden one and it will arrive today. I hope it will arrive when I'm not editing, because if I'm editing and they're calling, they're ringing the bell, I need to go downstairs and open the door. Well, I'm editing and I like editing, but also I like to unpack the golden button. So guys, thank you for watching, and ladies, and have a great day. Bye-bye. Oh, by the way, you can also subscribe. It's free.